Well, hello and welcome to this reading. It's a very important reading today, okay? Holy crap. Is the ego getting checked? You know what I mean? Check out my melody, okay? Check out my ego. Because you think you're special, and I can see it in your eyes. Freaking Limp Bizkit's been coming through like a motherfucker. It's so cloudy. Give me one moment. Here we go. Much better. We are checking the ego, and that's like, ego has tested and fractured a lot of your relationships. Because people don't know how to deal with it properly. So we're going to check the melody today because Collective is in for some surprises now because of this energy, because these people are getting checked, because their ego is getting checked at the door. They can't walk in with it. Like there's blockages. Like, oh yeah, we talked about yesterday on the live about Collective setting a boundary quick. Okay, because there's people that are going to try to get something from you, take something from you. And honestly, it was in your best interest, okay, to protect it, thus you don't lose it. Okay, thus you don't lose it. Okay, so just be cautious. There's going to be a little bit of negative energy thrown your way, a little bit of hatred thrown your way. But luckily, Collective are grown-ups, and we can handle a little negative energy. Okay, it's not going to make us cry, falter, or get off of our game. Okay, hallelujah for Collective being strong, badass mofos. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that was. It just went flying. I think it's the crystal ball. Tarot, calendar, money. Okay, here we go. Okay, we have Venus energy. We have Aquarius. We have the fourth house. Contracts, fourth house, Cancer, heritage, roots, money, Aquarius energy, connection. Tarot cards. Oh my God. Okay, honestly, this one's a little bit peculiar here, like Dougie, okay? Peculiar in a sense where I feel like we might only get the energy once I roll or fucking do the cards. Hold on, let's see. Heritage, roots, Aquarius, tarot cards, the time, the money. There's the sun, High Priestess, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, baby. Oh my God, this is money, honey, growing. And it's about damn time. It's about damn time. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, you might have it embedded in your karma. Money. Okay. And it's obviously in a contract. Okay. So there's a money contract coming. Money contract coming. Do you see I'm like kind of clapping with the cards? Because I feel like it's a very important day. It's a very important day for Collective when money comes in. Especially if it's been hidden for so long and all you've been doing is trying to grow it. Okay, Seven of Pentacles versus the Seven of Swords in reverse versus the Page of Swords in reverse, which means somebody can't steal this harvest from you like they thought they could. Okay, so the Page of Swords in reverse is telling himself lies. Okay, the Seven of Swords in reverse is telling themselves that they can steal something and never get caught for it. But the thing is your shit is on everything now. You can get caught for fucking anything now. You try to break that law, and honestly, it's more spiritual than ever. Okay, these things that people think that they can do when they've got 1,000 eyes watching them. Okay, but because they're so three-dimensional, they don't believe that anybody could possibly be watching them, right? They're too good for that. They're too old for that. Spirit trusts them, okay? Therefore, anything that they say or do, they're just going to get given credit, okay? No, they're not anymore, okay? This is about you now getting the credit, okay? You now connecting to those roots. And you know what? Be careful, because the last couple egos I've checked, okay, are people that seem to think that money has given them some type of status and that they're just entitled now. And that's why it's like when this money comes to you, okay, like I just got like the princes, William and Harry just came into my head. So, I mean, they're just a symbolism of a lineage, okay, that is potentially a little bit more richer than most, okay? Not the richest, but, they're in that category. So, it seems like your high priestess divinely is guiding you to the Seven of Pentacles. And the sun is there, which means it's protected, it's growing. And the Page of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Swords in reverse makes it seem like there's the Wheel of Fortune. They can't touch it this time around. It's a seed of life. Nine of Wands in reverse. Something that they can't fight you for it. And I don't even feel like at this point in time you're even defending yourself anymore, because it's so protected, okay? It's like your internal flame. Like they can't touch you. They can't touch this, okay? The only way that they could is if they started to attack you internally and get your light. If they can't do that because the sun is just too bright now, okay? As anybody knows, if they stepped outside, the sun has changed. It is not, that sun is not the sun that was around 10, 15 years ago. It's different, okay? And that's what this is. It's more protective now. It's hotter. It burns brighter now, okay? Which is what's going to happen to the Seven of Pentacles. That's why this Page of Swords is in reverse, because they've been lying to themselves all along to even believe that this Seven of Pentacles was something that's almost like you've had, okay, like if you have apple trees or something in your yard, just keeps jumping over and taking them all in one night, and they're like, well, you don't have any fences up, and we can just, no, it doesn't say on your property that we can't come and take your apples, so we just done it. And you're like, that was a whole fucking harvest. Like, what the fuck? Just because I don't have a sign that says do not touch, you think you're allowed to touch it? Like, what do you gotta do around here? It's all my fucking property. I'm fucking pissed on the goddamn thing. It. How can you say that you're just allowed to take from it? Okay, so that's where this Page of Swords has gone wrong. Okay, obviously they've been doing something for a while, and this, okay, so maybe you had decoy trees, which we've talked about decoys quite a bit. Maybe you had something decoyed, okay, and it looked like that was your only harvest. That looked like those were your only trees, but they didn't realize that you planted your trees on somebody else's property down the road that they won't touch. Okay, because they're scared of him, or because they're fucking pussies and they won't walk onto his property where he's got wild turkeys or dogs or some shit. And you're like, fuck you, really? You'll come up to my property because I don't have anything guarding it, but you won't go to that guy's property because of a fucking dog? Really? Like, this person, it's like they're just targeting you, okay? And that's why you put a decoy somewhere else, not on your land, not on your property, and then never talked about it. Oh man, this reminds me of this time. I was growing all these weed plants, but I was growing them in an apartment. And my landlord finally was like, yo, like it was going into her apartment. And she was just like, she didn't smoke weed, so she didn't know what it was. But we were allowed, like we're allowed in Canada to grow weed. So, okay, 4 plants, per household. And so I had them in like the cellar. And the cellar was in her living room upstairs. So finally she's like, fuck man, I think we got a skunk in the area. Cause like is your house stink down there? And I'm like, Rosa, those are my weed plants. And like they hadn't even budded, nothing. They were just fucking little tiny trees, okay, honestly, and they stunk. so bad. And she was like, you can't grow them here. She's like, my parents are going to come over soon. And like she's an Italian family. Her parents came over all the time. And she's like, if they smell that, she's like, it's going to drive them crazy because they wouldn't know what it was either. Oh my God. So I took the plants and I'm like, okay, where can I take them? So I took them to my buddy's house. My buddy he smoked weed, but he would never grow any plants or anything like that. I'm like, okay, I'll share the harvest with you. I'll give you 2 plants if you let me keep them at your house. And he's like, you could have said you'd give me a gram and I would have let you do it. And I'm like, whatever, I don't really need it all anyways. It was kind of just an experiment anyways. So I kept my plants there for the whole summer. And him and his roommate watered them for me. And it was so nice because then we did the harvest together. It took us a couple hours. I gave them so much weed. Honestly, I really did. I was like, and then the one guy didn't even really smoke any weed. So I just gave him hash. I think I had some old hash from like back in the day. So I was like, do you want this? And he's like, sure. The things that people will take when they can't have money. I ended up living with this guy afterwards too. He was pretty cool. And this just reminds me. And then this changed. Okay, so the crystal fell off, changed the tarot cards to the incense burner. And that is none the less peculiar to me because the incense burner would be a way that you could protect something. Okay, because it's smoke, it's protection, right? And like where I put the plants at his house, okay, even his neighbor thought they had a skunk problem the whole year, okay? And I was like, guys, that's kind of embarrassing considering it was a very young family. I was like, you guys don't know what the smell of weed is like. Whole summer they thought they were getting skunked out. I actually felt bad for them because anyways, but those plants were so protected because nobody knew what they were. They thought it was a skunk, okay? So it's like, again, I don't know how you had the ability to hide something, but you did. And thank gosh you did, because whoever this page is with the 7 of Swords, it could be a team effort. Like now that I'm kind of getting, it could be a team effort. Okay, 2 people working together, one thinking that they know everything, and then the other one that's willing to actually do it, okay, because they're going to get paid to do it or whatever. Because there's always that lazy-ass motherfucker that thinks of the plan, but then does nothing to actually orchestrate it. They just are the brains behind it, and you're like, okay, well, what have you done? And they're like, well, if I didn't do it, we wouldn't be anywhere. And it's like, yeah, but if we didn't do it, you'd still be the person with the pen and the pad thinking about shit. Because there's the people who talk the talk, there's the people who walk the walk. Okay, the people who talk the talk usually are too fucking busy talking. They never get anything done. The people who are walking usually aren't even listening to the people who are talking because they're too busy walking. Okay, so whatever it was you did, these people sat on their ass thinking that they saw something and it was all an illusion. Because this is like karma that is it's dharma, it's good, it's like karmic debt that like was taken from you another lifetime and it's owed to you here. Debt can come and it can go. You can owe it, but it can also be owed to you. Debts go all different ways. Okay, so whatever this was, it's like a big sack of money that was, in this wheel. Okay, that's supposed to come around to you, and then that's not necessarily just money that's going to fall on you. That's like a better job, okay, an increase of pay, okay, maybe an increase on your GST, or you get suddenly a bonus at work, okay. It's not just magician in reverse. It's not something that just flies on your head. It's an analogy, okay. It opens up the door for something else. But because they're a magician in reverse, also temperance in reverse, they're not doing things properly. They're not thinking about it. They're just in negative energy, which is why now we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay. So it's like they're stewing in their own filth. This is what I just heard. Okay. So they're stewing in their own emotions. They're pissed off at their own life and they want to jump the fence and take all your apples again because their apple tree didn't work or they didn't even fucking try to build anything for themselves. And this time they go to jump your fence. They're going to figure out that all the apples are fake. Okay, they're decoys, okay, or they're all going to be filled up with disgusting worms and parasites. And it's like, okay, yeah, go take the rotting shit because my good shit's already been harvested and put away. Okay, so like you really did something hidden, okay, and maybe you were warned to, or maybe you're being warned to, okay. If you're about to move, don't tell anybody about it. If you're about to buy a house, don't tell anybody about it. If you start a new job, don't tell anybody about it. If you get an increase of rate, Don't tell me about it. Don't tell people about your shit. Because, I mean, and that's why usually people will start to get rid of their friends, because their friends are just too nosy. They want to know too many things. And then once you're on a good wave with something, they think that they deserve to be on that wave with you and they want a piece of it, right? Oh, you won the lottery? Well, where's mine? What? Okay, this guy won the lottery in this town, and he has been in this town for his whole fucking life. And honestly, he lost all of his friends because every single one of his friends thought they were entitled to that money. Oh, you won $1 million? Why didn't I win $1 million? Are you going to take me out for dinner? Are you going to take me out to do this? And he was like, this is my retirement. The day he won the lottery, he quit his job, okay, that he'd been working for 20 years, which he could have probably taken a pension from, and I don't think he did, okay? And he had worked for IPS for so long, or UPS, whatever it's called, for so long, okay, he should have actually been able to retire, but he still wanted to make money. He was still a go-getter. He was a worker. He worked hard, and the universe granted him money. And now all of a sudden, everybody thinks that they're entitled to it. Right? And they were like, well, it should have been me who won it. Should have been me who won it. And it was like, how can you say that? Like, you're going to sit on your ass. You probably never bought a ticket in your life, or the one ticket that you bought, you just thought you were going to win. He bought a ticket every single week for fucking years. I mean, the guy probably put in $20,000. He deserved it, obviously. But then when people go and they start comparing themselves to you, well, why did you get it? And why didn't I get it? Well, why does she have this and I don't? That's a sin. Okay, so a lot of times we pass these people that are committing such ridiculous sins, okay, and they don't realize it, that they're just on a rampage, and they'll hurt anybody, and they'll take out anybody just to get a deal, just to get $1 off, just to get their 5 minutes before everybody else. They're willing to run collective over to do so, okay? And where now, whatever it is, they couldn't run you over. They couldn't get this, right? It's not something that they were connected to. Therefore, they didn't know anything about it. Okay. They were blindsided by something. That's what I'm getting. They were blindsided by something because their magician is in reverse. Their temperance is in reverse. They're emotional. Okay. They're overly emotional. They've got some type of power, possibly, or magic, but it's not theirs. It's borrowed. It's from an ancient spirit. It's coveted from, people that they're around. It's not theirs. Okay. And this is not magic that's addressed by the Ministry of Magic either. Okay. So therefore, their plots and their schemes are useless because the ministry doesn't deal with people like this. Therefore, they diminish people like this. So this money contract comes in, and that's why I said, I'm like, it could be an increase of pay, could be a different job, could be a fucking big old sexy inheritance check. Okay, look at this who just came out. Easy boy. Fucking Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. Okay, like that's they seem like a couple. Seven of Wands, 777 in this reading, by the way. So Queen of Wands, King of Swords, fucking give it straight. Honestly, it doesn't even matter at this point in time. Like, my landlord just called me cuckoo. Okay, cuckoo. As I was handing him $1,600 for rent, he called me cuckoo because he fucks around and didn't give me an oven for 3 months. So I'm cuckoo because I want an oven. Honestly, whatever people will do to just try to have one over you, make fun of you, say that you're something, just to put one over you. It's like, look at what your energy is now. It's like, get the fuck away from me or I'm going to push you out of the way. Right? Because it's like, you've been pushed out of the way for so long that now it's like, okay, well, you've given me every right to push you out of the way. You can't say that I'm hurting you when you just pushed me. I pushed you back. Eye for an eye. Right? But these people are cry wolf people. Okay? So if they push you and you push them back, best believe they're running to their manager and crying about it. Even though they pushed you first, it doesn't matter. They will say that you pushed them first. Okay. So this is a type of situation that whatever it was that you just had to go through, whatever was taken from you, okay, that made you set up the decoys worked. And whoever did this is done. They don't have any energy left. They don't have any power left. They can't steal it. You've already grown it. Okay. And now fucking game on, bitches. Now it's like, go cash the check. It's like, it's okay. So the harvest is in check mode. So there's no more product to be fucked. Maybe there's no more product to be fucked around with. So there's nothing, everything's been liquidated. All the stock's been liquidated. You turned everything into money, and they can't take your money once it's in the bank. Oh, that's genius. Oh, that's genius. This is such a huge analogy, and that's why if it recognizes and it's not as cut and dry, maybe that when you think like exactly how I said it is like, no. Okay, but it could be. But it's definitely like, whatever these fucking people have been doing, check it. Universe is pissed. And that's why we started off with Limp Bizkit. Check my melody. These people gotta get checked. I mean, clearly, the way that I see it is Collective has to do these missions with people. And the way that I see it, they come to a point where they have to get checked. Their life is going to change. You advance in a different way that you never thought possible. And that's why if your friends are deteriorating, if you feel like you don't really have much in common with people anymore, it's because you've gone into the light and left the dark. And that's why you can't really get along with people, because most people are dark. And they don't even want to address why they are. They don't care. They want to be angry. They love being angry. They want to be alcoholics. They want to, they want to be that way. And that's the thing. When you think that, that you can brighten somebody's day, you really can't if they don't want it. And most people I find, like the smile that is on my face is more infuriating to people than it is inviting to people. Because people see my smile and go, fuck you, like you're that happy. What? I don't understand what that means. Like, do you just frown all day, every day, because you think the world owes you something? Like, I know the world owes me a few things, and I still ain't frowning. Like, I was driving around today, and I was like, God damn, like, I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for my frame of mind. I'm grateful for my spirit guides. I'm grateful for so many things. I'm grateful for this house. My landlord fucking mouthed off at me, but guess what? I fucking mouthed right back at him, and then we started laughing, and then I walked away, and I called him a son of a bitch. He walked away, called me a bitch, and I was like, well, at least we both feel the same way about each other, right? But I'm still paying you rent, and you still gotta be a landlord. No, we don't gotta like each other, okay? But we sure as fuck don't gotta disrespect each other and fucking walk around like our shit's better than other people and fucking give a fuck you when we want. Like, it's so cowardly. Like, my landlord went toe-to-toe with me today, and I was like, I'm not giving shit until he fucking sees me face to face. And then once he saw me face to face, he fixed the problem. And I was like, stop trying to hide from me. Like, I don't care how mad you are. You need to look at me face to face. I'm your tenant. Okay, this is against the law, and we're going to deal with it. And what did he do? He faced me. He dealt with everything. And this is a 3-month problem we just had because he kept running away from me. Okay, but then I held back rent. Fine, fuck you, I won't pay rent. And he was like, okay, I'll fix it. Like, why? I don't understand why we have to get into the position where we have to step up like that. Like, there's no reason to. Like, I don't understand why the man thinks he can take $1,600 a month from me and not fix my fucking oven. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This place isn't even worth that much money. Like, and it's like, that's not even barely what people are paying for rent now anyways, so it's just like, it just seems infuriating sometimes, no matter how much you do it by the book. Okay, you're paying your rent, you're paying your bills, and you still are getting fucked by people. And it's just like, it's not about you getting fucked. It's about showing that they're willing to fuck you at the worst time possible when they're not supposed to. It just shows human behavior. And if we have to be here judging human behavior, then I guess that's what some of us got to do. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand this place. I don't understand what the fuck we're doing here, but I certainly understand my mission now. And, like, I guess I always knew that that's the mission I had, but I didn't really know, Like, now I know what that mission is. Learn mission, people. Holy shit. There's forbidden candy, man. Now we're going into the hood. that fucking movie's filmed in the hood. Now, that's the fucking kind of building I live in. Holy crap. Fucking gunshots last night. Oh, my God. It's fucking hilarious. All right. What? Anybody else coming Candyman or what here? Just giving me Candyman by himself? I knew it. There we go. Thank you. Ooh, werewolf. What is that? Werewolf in Paris or Werewolf in London? Where's a werewolf movie? Anyways, I don't know. Werewolf in London or I don't know. It's old as fuck. And then Thousand Leagues and no, Black Lagoon. Something the Lagoon. Okay, what the fuck? Oh, okay. So, okay. Long story short, don't get caught up with a friend. Okay, you might have met a new friend or something like that, which is literally why we were just talking about. Well, I was just talking about Spirit. Thank you. It's not really me. You might have just met somebody or like became friends with them, and the thing is they're not really supposed to be your friend. And the universe is like, don't try not to get emotional about it, okay? They're forbidden from your life. They're not supposed to be there. So if you think like, why don't I have any friends? Or like, why do people turn on me? Or why don't people like me? It's because you're not allowed to have friends. You're just not allowed. There's things that you do, I guess, and you're not allowed to talk about it. Maybe you would talk about it. You're not allowed to talk about it. Mission is very sacred, and that's why when you get into mission, you usually don't hang out with people anymore because your life is now changed. It's different. There's something bigger you're supposed to be doing, and that's why you can't have friends, because friends will they'll talk shit about you. They'll make fun of you. They'll be like, oh, I saw so-and-so last night, and she's saying that she's talking to angels now and that she's got this mission and all this shit. Like, all you're going to do is get mocked, made fun of by a bunch of people who have no fucking idea what you're going through. So there's not even a point because you don't even know what you're going through. So why try to explain it to other people? It's just going to get you emotional. People are going to look at you like you're crazy. I told people the other day that I had snakes. They literally looked at me and turned around and walked away. And I was like, I'm sorry, do you not like snakes? Like, oh, are they not puppies? So now I'm disgusting and freaky and like, oh my God, she's got snakes. Like, really? You're gonna judge people that much? Like, my snakes, oh my God, my snake had the worst morning possible, and it was like kind of my fault, but then everything was fixed, and like, oh my God, he could have died, to be honest. That little son of a bitch could have died, but I'm a fucking good mother. I'm a good snake mother, and he didn't die, and he was safe. But I think to myself sometimes, like, these are the only people, the souls that I'm going to allow to have around me, you know, because people can't handle me. They just can't. Okay, they think they can. They think I'm some fucking trashy little fucking girl from Oshawa. No, you can't. The second they have one conversation with me, they realize we are two different planets and they walk away. Because most people, once you're not on a level with them, to find people who are on your level is like few and far to none. Like, honestly, it just doesn't happen. There aren't people that have elevated, which is why we find each other on YouTube, because we can't find each other in real life. It's almost fucking impossible. There's like one light in Peterborough other than my sister and I, you know what I mean? And we're never going to get near them. Everybody else is pitch black. Everybody else is dead or dying. Okay. Which is why the friendship can't be around. There's not going to be people. Like, honestly, the thing is that Spirit doesn't give a fuck what you do. You can hang out with whomever you want, but if they know you're getting made fun of, if they know that people are talking shit about you, if they know that people are tarnishing you and just talking shit, trust me, they're going to intervene. Okay? And it's going to start a fight with your friends, and you're going to end up alone. And I know that sometimes you think like, why do I want to be alone? I don't deserve to be alone, blah, 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 blah. It has nothing to do with you actually being alone. There's a mission to do here. And if you're wasting time with people who are literally, the second you walk away, making fun of you, do you really want to be there? Do you know how many people made fun of me the second I picked up a tarot deck? Okay, it was like, oh, she thinks she's a psychic now. She thinks she knows everything. Bitch, I fucking do. I dare you to test me. I fucking dare you. Because everybody that so far has tested me, guess what? They fail, I pass. Okay? And it's a different kind of failure pass, because in their eyes, I failed. But in Spirit's eyes, I passed. You know what I mean? So that's the thing, is like, there's going to be things that happen that you think you failed, but you didn't. There is no absolute way that you could fail at this point in time. which is why there isn't anybody around you, right? It's you've been forbidden. You've been forbidden for a reason. It's not like you're forbidden from talking to people. They're forbade from talking to you. They're not allowed to get near you. You might as well be the Elvis Presley of your fucking town if he was alive, okay? Because people can't get near you, okay? And when they do, they better make sure they got a clean fucking slate, because they ain't coming out fucking clean after they met you. If they're dirty, bitch, that shit's gonna be on their face. They're not gonna be able to hide it anymore. That's the thing. People want to come toe to toe with you, okay? And it's their worst fucking nightmare possible, okay? Because most people think that this world is a joke, okay? Or it's all about how much they hate people or how much people hate them, and nobody could possibly ever be positive or know the future, blah, blah, blah. These very small-minded people, okay, who are probably getting drunk every night. Hey, Savannah, what's going on, girl? Okay? And it's just like, it just sucks, because those are who we're getting put up against, right? And it's just like, okay, no wonder. I mean, find yourself in a place by yourself, because I guarantee you're going to have the best conversation with you and spirit than you ever had with these fucking morons that try to act like they're like you. And honestly, at some point in time, there's going to be people that say that they're like you just to hear what you have to say, just to exploit you, just to get your secrets. And then you think that, oh, they're really engaging in this conversation and they really want to know what's going on. No, they don't. No, they don't. They just want to talk shit as soon as you walk away. Okay? Oh, you too, homie. Oh, other than this ridiculous reading, but I don't know who it's for. Okay, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Thank you for liking the video. It was probably you, wasn't it? You're the best. Okay, see, look at this. It's changing. Okay, and maybe your perception, you know it. Okay, maybe your perception of all of this, you were suspicious of for a while. Okay, because that's the thing. It's like, I know everybody tries to have friends because they think that they're bored, but when you get into your life, seriously get into your life, you'll realize that friends, they just take up time that now is very valuable to you. Okay, and when you can give them time, but for the most part, you're going to start running out of time. As I'm looking at the time, literally on top of this card, you're going to start to spend time with people, because you're going to realize that all this time you spent with them, it's useless. Okay, they're not really listening to you. Okay, they're going to cut you off in the middle of saying something. Okay, there was this one guy that acted like he was so fucking involved with my life. I started talking to him about one thing. Tell me how he didn't all of a sudden look at his phone and start looking around, and I was like, I just walked away. I was like, really? Honestly, put your fucking phone away. Put your fucking phones away. I don't understand why everybody's got their fucking phone out while they're on a date or while they're with their friends. What the fuck are you doing on your phone? Like, I thought you went out to enjoy the people around you. What are you doing on your phone? Like, oh my gosh, if it wasn't for 3/4 of my alarms that are attached to my phone, I wouldn't even bring my phone out when I left the house. The other day, I didn't. Thank gosh my sister had her phone, because I was like, I'm not bringing my phone. And she's like, it's okay, I got mine. I'm like, I'm not fucking bringing my phone. I don't need something attached to my ass following me around the fucking city when I don't need to be followed around right now. Okay? So, honestly, you might, like, again, like, a lot of these readings, like, we only say these readings because we know intuitively that you know what's going on, but you need the affirmation. You need the, see, I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew something was wrong. I knew something wasn't right with these people. I knew they didn't really want to be my friends. I knew they were talking shit about me. I knew that that's why I lost my job, right? It's like there's so much suspicion, but it sucks because there's no real way of us finding out, like, for real, for 1,000% that is exactly what happened, right? That's why it sucks. But we just have to go with it. We just have to see the signs, see the synchronisms, know that, okay, maybe it's not right, and then continue down that hunch and watch the world show us that that hunch is in fact correct, right? It's not like we're not, tarot readers aren't telling you anything you don't know. They're telling you everything that you know or everything that you've predicted. It's just, do you believe it? Okay? Because that's the real thing. Like, think of Gremlins. Okay? He had all these rules to follow, but he didn't really think the rules, like, were that important. or he might have double checked what time it was. Okay. He might not have set the paint water beside Gizmo. Okay, there might have been things that he might have taken a little bit more seriously, like when he turned the light on after Gizmo hurt his head. Light bright, like you have to, the world is going to tell you things, and it's under your, I just heard jurisdiction. Thanks for that word. It's under your command to take these things seriously. Okay, because you don't have to take any of it seriously if you don't want to. But then I highly doubt you'd be watching this reading or any reading if you weren't actually taking life seriously and trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. Because you have your suspicion, but how can your suspicion is only a hypothesis. It's only a guess. You don't know for sure. That's why once we do tarot readings, then God's like, here, anything else you need to know? Because I know we said that, yes, it was about 90% sure that what you were talking about is actually correct. But now I just want to let you know that extra 10%, we're on you. Okay, so whatever this is if you have taken something a little bit more seriously than what you should, okay, then you know why people can't be around you. And if you're learning how to take something a little bit more seriously as you should, then maybe this is the next step to let you know that if there's some people around that you've been talking to, okay, they're talking shit about you and they're laughing at you, okay, and they're not your friend. They're two-faced. Okay, and that's why they don't want you around them anymore. Because if you found out really what these people said about you, it would blow your gasket, and not in a way where you would get angry. You would start crying. This would emotionally fuck with you if you knew what they said. Okay, so basically, whatever it is they're talking about, let them fish for their information now and being given it by you. Let them have to ask around. Let them have to follow your social media, okay? And block your social media. By the way, you have stalkers out there that are convinced the only reason why you leave your profile open is just for them. Block it. Lock it up, okay? Nobody needs to see what you're doing anymore. And if they do, then they can, show themselves and stop being a fucking coward, okay? If they want to watch your life, okay? They want to just make up things on their own. Trust me. A friend will be a friend until the end, okay? And whoever this person is or people are, okay, if you've sensed a distance between them or in between you and them, if you've sensed maybe it's a comedy hour once you leave the room, you are correct, okay? You leave the room, everybody talks about you. Everybody. But the thing is, you're always going to have one or two people that really like you, even if they don't say anything. So you always have people, okay? It's kind of like City of Angels, the angels all in black, people can't see, okay? You're always going to have people listening to what's going on around you in those people's heads. And let me tell you, there are people that stand up for you. Whether or not they say it out loud, the only reason why they're not saying it out loud is because they don't want to get chewed up on a Friday night. They just want to have fun and relax and stop fucking talking about you. Okay? So you're always going to have people that have your back, but the ones that are talking shit, all these losers up here, okay, they're about to get blown away. I was just shown that the part of when they light the theater on fire and they cram them all in there. Okay, that's what that's going to be. Like, you're going to, one night, if this is you, you might leave the bar, okay, turn around, see all these fucking idiots in the bar laughing all of a sudden, and you shut that door and you never go back. Okay, it's like, it's not Cheers anymore. It isn't, you're not going to the bar and finding good faces. You're going to the bar, finding people that are going to mock you, laugh at you, and then make fun of you for hours after you leave. Okay? If that's the kind of crowd you want to hang out with, Spirit's like, fucking go ahead. I mean, get your fucking feelings hurt all the time. Get ripped apart by people if that's what you think is friendship. I mean, they're not gonna argue with you. Spirit's not here to argue. Okay? That's probably why you barely hear it, because it's not gonna argue with you. You either hear it or you don't. There's neighbors. Okay? And you know her neighbors in Rosemary's Baby. Okay? They all work for Satan. Every single one of them. Not one of these fucking people is Rosemary's friend. Not one of them. Okay, they all seem nice, like they're doing her all a favor. Oh, I love you. Here's your smoothie. Here's your advice. Here's your loving grandmother. No, it was all a fucking setup. Okay, so just remember that. A lot of times, these people are set up in your life, so then you do fucking flick them away like little gnats. Okay? Honestly, once you grow up, get the fuck out of the bar. Oh, my God. The only time you should be at a bar is like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon where you have one beer, possibly some lunch, and you leave. Okay? Bars are for infant children, not for people who are grown up. Okay? That's why you're changing. Okay? And like maybe this is going to be you in the future. And right now you're like, fuck you. I love going to the bar. Everybody loves me. Okay. Well, in the future, they might not. Just saying. Or this isn't for you. Okay? If you think bar rats fucking love you, then maybe they do. Maybe they don't. But let me tell you, everybody's drunk. Okay? As the fucking devil shows up. Oh, yeah. The devil loves you. Oh, yeah. All those crazy drunk people. Oh, yeah. They love you. No, 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 no. No, 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 they don't. But they love a good fuck and a good beer on a Friday night. You know what I mean? Watch that stunts. All right? This is what Spirit wants to talk about. I don't really give a fuck what you do, but this is what they want to hear. Honestly, Spirit's always going to watch out for you, which is why I'm here giving these fucking readings, okay? Because even I don't know you, and I want you to get out of the bar scene, okay? Because these people are, look at the other side. Literally, poltergeist. I'm fucking holding it in my hand. They want you to go to the other side, okay? They don't want you good, whole, loving, in your energy with your family. They don't want you there. They want you on the other side, okay? And if you go to the other side, just realize you might get stuck there, okay? Because that's what they want. They want you stuck with the devil. They want you there with them every Friday night, drinking, partying, fucking around with everybody in the city, spreading their diseases. That's what they want. They want your legs spread, ass up. Okay, that's the way we like to fuck. Down low, on alert, rip the pants and rip the skirt. Rough sex, make it hurt. In the garden, all in the dirt. Roll around, Georgia Brown. All right? Anything else you want to know? Because I'll just wrap it, apparently. Okay, here we go. We got fertility in reverse. Okay, thank God you're not fornicating with any of these people creating children. Okay, thank goodness. We have celebration with dinner. Okay, so let me just say, remember I said about the theater lighting all the gremlins on fire? What does she do in Carrie? She literally lights the gymnasium on fire and blocks those fuckers in. Okay, be careful. Why do I feel like this is a danger warning? I don't know. You know, I went to a town the other day I hadn't been to in a while, and one of their main bars, okay, it's like this is an historic town, okay, like 1700 shit, okay. So the buildings and stuff can't be touched. Okay, it's one of those towns. And fucking fire started in one of those buildings. And there's like, you know, apartments on top, and it's right downtown. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. And I was like, quite a bit of damage. Like I'm talking, it looked like 3 units on the ground and then everybody up. There was a whole hazmat team there, fucking spraying everything down and shit. Like it was bad. Okay, it was bad. And that they lost a whole chunk of it. They had to cut the whole chunk of the building away. Okay, and the thing is that it's so old, I don't think they're going to be able to restore that part of town ever again. So that fire it went down in history. Okay, I think it happened last summer. So it went down in history. Okay, honestly, whoever these people are, just know that whatever they were a part of, okay, because this could have been in like 20 years ago. Okay, these are timeless. Okay, whoever you told your plans to and talked to, okay, Spirit is basically letting you know that these people still talk about you to this day. Okay, and they've got no grounds for it. Okay, I don't know if maybe you slept with a couple of people in town. They still talk about it. Okay, they still talk about you. They still talk about with you. They still talk shit about you, okay? Because let's lesson we not forget, they don't like you. Even if they fucked you, they don't like you because in some way you rejected them. You rejected their life. You rejected the devil inside of them or the devil that they have been created through. And even still, through their rejection, they still tried to impregnate you. Like, I mean, these are the 3 main ingredients for a Rosemary's Baby, including Rosemary being there. Fertility and the devil. Those are the only 2 things that you need with Rosemary, correct? Yes. All the ingredients here to fuck you and make it so that it lasts forever. Okay? That's like being raped and finding out you're pregnant afterwards. It's like, this has to last for the rest of my life. Are you fucking kidding me? Because sometimes it does. Okay? Because not every woman just runs out and gets a smishmortion, okay, because of how it happened. Some people actually want to be mothers, love life, see it for the way that it is, okay? And that where the devil is, you can create something beautiful because he doesn't get to say in everything, even though he wants to say in everything. Okay, so something's going to change. Look at that. It underneath with Trickster and the Call. Okay, Scream with Shock. Okay, so we also have the Fly on the bottom of the deck, which is combination, which makes me feel like they might trick you into coming on their side. Okay, they might call you up. Hey, come on, come out. We're waiting for you. Everybody wants to see you. You're the main event. Come on. They might be shocked when you say, fuck off. I never want to go there again. If you want to see me, I live at 225 Bunker Hill. Drop by anytime. Okay, but I ain't fucking walking into your fucking bar ever again. There was this one bar I worked at, and literally, one night I was closing with the manager. Hey, Danny. I was closing with the manager and one of the bar owner's girlfriends. And we were talking about my mediumship and everything. And we were talking about my channel. This is when I had my first channel. And she goes, one of the girls goes, because they used to like sage the place a lot. I'm like, why are you saging a bar? Like, you can't sage a bar if you're just going to let in a bunch of retards afterwards. Like, are you kidding? It's going to do nothing. Right. So she's like, well, we sage and, you know, we put salt out and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's not going to do anything if you want business in a bar. Like, are you kidding? Like, what the fuck? But I don't, you know, I tread lightly with people. I don't just right away give them what I need to say. Whitney does use foreplay before I fuck people with the truth. So she was like, this was a shock for her because she was like, you know, because when I'm working, I don't turn on my medium skills. You know, I'm not there to fucking kumbaya a bunch of people and read their tarot cards. I'm here to fucking drop off fucking Ryan Cokes as fast as I fucking can and go run back to the bar as quick as I can to go grab the next batch. Okay? I look after babies at bars. I am not working. So because we were cleaning up, right, there was nobody in there. It was like 4 a.m. And she's like, well, do you see any ghosts in here right now? And I'm like, are you going to make me do this right now? And she's like, okay, well, we'll clean. Just sit. I'm like, well, I can't work and do this, right? Like, what the fuck? And she's like, okay, well, sit down. So I sit down, and she's like, now tell me, are there any ghosts in here? And oh my God, like, I'm tearing up right now. I was fucking terrified. They had this like weird weird like sky roof kind of thing, and that had like fence, right, because people had broken in through that window, so they had fenced it. And I was like, there was like 7 demons just fucking sitting there on that fence waiting to come in. And like, it's not waiting, they, you know, drop by anytime, you know. But I was like, okay, for one, there's like 7 fucking demons right there. Like, I want to leave right now. Like, I got terrified because, again, I'm not there to do that. I'm there to work. There's 2 different fucking things at play here, okay? That's why mediums and psychics and intuitive people have a very hard time with the real world, okay? There's ghosts everywhere. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you really want me to put my ghost goggles on right now when I'm trying to work? Anyways, holy fuck. After I exposed the 7 demons that were just sitting there. Okay. There was fucking ghosts in the back. There was a ghost on the line. There were ghosts in the bathroom. I'm like, honestly, they're fucking everywhere. What do you want me to say? Within 3 fucking days of me exposing what was there, I got fired. Okay. And I don't even know what happened. Okay. I got robbed. Okay, I worked at a place that was so fucking busy that people would just walk out on their tabs, and I was expected to pay it. Like, we were looking after 100 people each, okay? Tell me how that was fair. It wasn't. These people would walk out on their bills. I'd have to pay for them. Okay, so it was already exhausting enough on how many things I had to pay for on a daily basis because of these people. But then, okay, I'm told to do this job all of a sudden, and then I got fired afterwards for doing it. And then I thought to myself, it was really weird because I got stolen from. Oh, yeah. And then I left work on a Saturday night after my boss walked around the place with his dick out. Literally. Okay. Pants off, ass up, fucking underwear off. It was disgusting. Old ass man walking around with his dick out. Okay. I never wanted to go back again. Then the fucking bartender threw a fucking shot of Jaeger in my face and told me I didn't know how to work properly. This was only like 4 years ago. Okay. I've been serving for 15 years. Okay, I still wanted to go back the next day. I was like, honestly, whatever. I'm in a fucking city. There isn't any other jobs. And then she fucking yells at me because somebody puked in the bathroom. The bartender got blackout drunk, fell, hit his head, and got knocked out for the night. Okay, the fucking the doors in the front were left open, and I'm just a fucking waitress. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? I didn't know I was a babysitter. And she's like, yeah, you can just you can end your termination right here. We don't need you back again. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Because I'm sick of losing $250 a shift because of fucking motherfuckers walking out. Then I go talk to the labor board about it. I wasn't even supposed to pay a single tab that ever walked out. It was the fucking, if a tab walks out, it's the restaurant's problem to pay it. Okay, so whatever it is that collective has massively been abused with, it's like your time is up. Okay, if you get fired from somewhere, it's because you can't be there anymore. That's the thing that sucks. Okay, it's that you think that you're getting punished. Okay, you think that the world is fucking, trying to chew you up for something when you just did a good deed. And it's like, no, dude, you just got promoted. You think that being fired is demoted, but really, no, it's promoted. And then after that, I got a better job, right? You will always receive better when you've been abused. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, okay? Sometimes you really got to fucking take the abuse before anything happens. But if you don't stop the abuse, it's going to continue, right? Well, that's the thing. You have to learn to protect yourself. And if you can't protect yourself, then spirit will intervene. That's the thing that sucks if you really want to do it the hard way. Right? Because if you want to make these people excuses, and if you want to watch them use you by saying, well, that's the way that a friend is, blah, blah, blah. I mean, the more excuses that you make for these people, then the more that you're allowing them to just do whatever they want. That's how they're going to take you to the other side, by telling you that you deserve to go through this, that you deserve to fucking pay for everybody's mistakes, okay? That you can just stop and drop and do a different job as soon as they say, right? Because it's not, if you're watching this, your jobs really are not jobs, it's mission, it's work. Okay, you just happen to be able to get paid for it because you're due for payment. Okay, but for so much a collective, your job is to work with the people, not the establishment. Okay, so ego fucking trumped. These people have to come face to face with you in order to realize that you don't want anything to do with them anymore. Okay, they have to come face to face with you in order to see that they don't hold power over you anymore, that you will walk away because you don't need people around you, right? The more desperate you appear to people, the more they're going to see that you're desperate and try to use you, right? Wow, 54-24. It has been quite a fucking day. Woo. This harvest is up, okay? So many, like the collective energy is correct, but the way that the energy comes through for everybody is going to be different. Obviously, like we know, everything is different. Oh my God, I'm so hot. It got so hot here today. Oh, that's nice. Okay, yeah. Go. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'm going to do one more reading. Whoa. Now I have fantasy in my head. So I gotta know what's your fantasy. Oh, God. What is going on? What the? Okay, well, can't find that. I wonder. Oh, damn, I left it in the car. Okay. Sorry about that. I just had to try to find something via my third eye. Ah! All four of my fish are staring at me right now. Every time I come and do readings, they sit in the corner and watch. Why do you think they do that? It's not like they're right here. They're like 7 feet away from me at least. I don't even know how they can see me. And they sit in the corner and they watch me. Ha! It's adorable. Roll around, George Brown. Okay. Okay. Take what resonates, people. Take what resonates. They probably are listening. They probably are. Look at how much these cards look alike. I mean, look at the colors. Almost the same. Purple, green, blue. Isn't that weird? It's like 150 cards there. And we've got homemade with love and work in reverse. Yes. A twist of events. Okay. Okay, so the way that I see this is I feel like someone's been doing work that they fucking hate. Okay? Like, it's just not good work. Okay? It's obviously, you could be in some type of position that's just so low. Okay? Like, at this point in time, it's degrading. I just heard dehumanizing. Okay? Like, you're getting minimum wage in a job that you've been doing your whole life or something like that. Like, it just seems like somebody has been shortchanged. Like, that's what I'm hearing, shortchanged. Okay. So with yes and a twist of events, that makes it seem like something's going to come out of, I just heard, the woodwork. A little twisty. Ooh, we got the word creepy. Why? Why creepy? Why is it creeps? Why we got creepy? It's evil. Evil. Evil distraction. Ha! I feel like if you get a new job or something like that, the universe is like, you might be able to show up drunk, like literally. You might be able to sit and smoke cigarettes the whole shift. So I don't know, something like that. Because of what you've had to do, like, it's creepy. It's like really, I deserve this. Like, this looks like fake. It might look fake. Okay, it might look fake. Like, untrue. There's the bridge, the connection. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Okay, it's gonna happen whether you think it's creepy and evil or not. It's not evil or creepy. I can tell you that right now. Okay, it might be the way that you find out about it, the way that you're guided towards it might be creepy. Like, you turn down a road you've never been down, and then all of a sudden there's a help wanted sign, and you're like, what? Never even been down this road before. How the fuck? It's because you are being driven right to something. Your guardians are on this shit, okay? This is facts. Look at that, Dana Scully. Facts, evidence that this is going to happen. It's like Spirit wants you to take it seriously. Look at that. Nicely done. This is the hot spot, baby. This is the hot spot. And then there's Santa. Something that's going to get given to you and not taken away. And that's why it might be creepy. Like, really, you're going to offer me this? Like, this seems kind of creepy. And they're like, well, either you want it or somebody else will take it, right? You pass up on it, somebody else is going to take it, obviously. Okay, so, Bagul. There's some childhood shit here. Maybe that's why you're getting kind of like somewhat rewarded, maybe? Okay, there's Ghost. Flight or fight, scissors. Blaze one for the nation. There is the lighthouse. We got poison. Rest in peace with accusations. So the way that I see this is the people that accused you, okay, of, I don't know, not loving your work or castrating you in some way, telling the world that, you know, if you do something, say you're a teacher and you really love it and you tell people that you are, they're going around telling everybody that you hate your life, you hate being a teacher, that you're a fucking fraud, that you're fake, okay? And that's what's going to be poisoned, okay? Death over life. It doesn't have a way to survive. It needs to be transformed. Okay, so it's almost maybe you've been poisoned, okay, and that's why you got fired, okay? Maybe they were planning on hurting you. Maybe they were planning on fighting you. Maybe they were planning on blaming you for something, okay? Whatever it is, whatever this work is in reverse, okay, it's going to get cut out for you to get something else. And again, it's different for everybody. Take it if it resonates. It is raining right now, and I fucking knew it because I could smell the rain. I can smell you, rain. Oh, it smells so, the rain hitting the concrete. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. Blaze one for the nation, sending good vibes. So it seems to be like no matter what happens, you're going somewhere new. Hypothetically speaking, or possibly physically speaking, you know, you're going to get something. because of the work you had to do. Honestly, maybe you were in a position where you were being extradited. That's not the right word. You were being exploited. Okay, possibly, and you didn't really know that you were, that you were being used in some way or something. Okay, but it just can't happen to you anymore. Your time is up. Twist of events is here. You possibly could have been accused of something, and that's why you had to do the work that you did, right? It didn't even have anything to do with you. Okay, it has something to do with somebody else on a fucking ego trip. That's what we're talking about. Ego. Okay, so whatever this was, you were accused of, you had to go and do and deal with, okay, which you fucking hated, because not only were you being accused of something, but you were being accused of something that you didn't do. Okay, possibly poison everybody. They were going to poison people. I had this one boss fire me one time saying that I was toxic and that I was going to toxify all the other staff. And I was like, pretty sure you guys did that all on your own. That didn't have anything to do with me. Okay, but because I talked to somebody about something, I was being toxic. Okay, even though the company was doing something illegal, which is what I was talking about. Okay, so, and it was all somebody fucking listened, they eavesdropped in a conversation, and they went and whammed to the boss. And what was funny was they didn't even hear what I said properly. So they ran to the boss, and they said something, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm just pointing out what's obvious. If you guys don't realize how toxic you are in this situation, I don't know what to say. I'm just saying it because she said it and we were talking about it. But of course, because they only heard me saying it, I was the toxic piece of shit that needed to leave. And I was like, okay, I was making like $20 a shift there, barely even serving. And I didn't need to be there, but obviously I was just kind of wasting time for something else. Okay, so sometimes when your time is being wasted because you have to work with literally idiots that don't understand what they're doing, because all these people were rich little entitled brats that just figured a bunch of money was going to come in for them, and when it didn't, they got angry, which is most people who feel like they're entitled to money even though they're sitting on their ass not doing anything for it. They expect everybody else to be making it for them. Okay, and that's honestly, I can't stay. I don't understand why people want to have businesses, start businesses, run businesses, and then go sit on their ass and have everybody else do the work for them. I don't really understand that type of mentality. I've never been that way. Okay, if I start something, I finish it. I don't need other people doing anything for me. I once worked for this place too. It was just a normal like Thursday night, and it was my very first night serving there. 4 out of the 5 servers, okay, they had 4 5-table sections. They were all asking the managers to do shit for them. Can you get me ice? Can you bring me water to this table? I just got double sat. Can you go grab me bread? I just got sat. Like, I was new. I had 7 tables and I got fired. Okay, I've been fired. I think I've only been fired from, 4 places my whole life, and I've had about 1,000 jobs. Usually I walk out because I don't give a shit, or I serve my time and I leave and I don't want to be there anymore because I know I'm serving time. I know it has nothing to do with what I actually need to be doing. It's some fucking asshole's ego trip that I need to check because everybody thinks they're perfect, yet I walk on the scene and suddenly everything starts fucking up. No, you've been fucking up since day one. I'm just here to witness it. Okay? And say that I don't work for the Better fucking Business Bureau, by the way. I love how people just think that I'm a nobody and that they can just fuck over me, and that they don't maybe know that like sometimes some of us are secret shoppers, aka we're asked to be there by somebody else just to show how incompetent their managers are, or just, who's to say that the last night that I got abused from the last place, I didn't have a recording device in my fucking hair that was watching and listening to everybody what they were doing, right? I don't understand how people can treat people so badly, right? And not maybe think like, hey, might want to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Hey, maybe you don't want to treat people like shit today. Hey, maybe you should not be an asshole. But again, you have to let people play it out because that's what they do with everybody. You can't be the exception when Spirit wants you to bust them, basically, right? So whatever you were recently accused of, okay, if it actually set, in stone and you were really blamed for it, okay, this is the offer. There's another offer coming in. This is what you're being guided to. Okay, this new twist of events, something else that's going to happen for you because of what went bad for you. Okay, and I mean, we can't, like, we can hope that our mission goes well and that some people end up passing the tests, but for the most part, honestly, the people that you come face to face with that are supposed to pass their tests, they're not going to. Okay, and it's going to show up on your test that you failed because they failed. Okay, so always remember that. If you fail a test, try to think of who you're taking the test for. Is it the company that failed you, or is it you that failed as a person? Right? Because there's a lot of instances where people could have stood up for you, taken your word for it, okay, maybe sought the bully out, okay, or maybe something bad happened, okay? Obviously, there have been people that have been on your side, and whatever this last job was that you had to do, that somebody had to do, okay, it's now life over death, which means before it was death over life. There was no way that you were going to survive whatever it was, which is why it's creepy now that something's going to happen, because maybe you feel like, well, I just fucked up and there's no way that I'm going to get out of this alive, blah, blah, blah. You would be surprised, as long as you do your mission correct, how quickly the universe can counteract that, which whatever it is, okay, because it's not necessarily as straight shooter as what I just said. Okay, some of you might be having a problem with analogies, which I feel like I had, I didn't really understand what an analogy was until it just suddenly clicked one day, okay, where I had to listen to a reading, I believe it was from Chiron, and the way that the situation played out through his cards was so similar to what happened, but not really at all. But yet the sum of the story was correct, that I had to be like, I had to figure out who the members were that he was talking about, who the people that he was talking about, because it wasn't how he said it, but it was. Like there were people, but it just was a different setup, because it's always going to be how it comes out in the cards. It's never exactly how it is, but sometimes it fucking is. Sometimes it's exactly the way that we say it, because there are things, and like Chiron's the best. Chiron will almost literally take things right out of my mouth. As I'm saying it, as he's talking, I'll be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. As he says it, I'm like, oh my God. Like, okay, so it's just, the analogy will make sense and pop if that's what it's supposed to do. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. And 113, wow, that's amazing. I like that number. Obviously, always remember, take only what resonates, okay? Personal readings, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com, in the description below. What else? Woo. Basically, that's it. This was a whole fucking black ego for the last few days, so hopefully soon we get to move on to a new category, but let's not be greedy, because let's make sure these entitled assholes all get their ego checked before we're ready to move on, okay? So, peace out. I will see you soon, and thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being here, Danny. Thanks for being here, Deanna, Deviana, or Devian, Divine. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I think you said it's Divine, but just with an A on the end. Yeah. Thanks for being here. All right. This was awesome. And it wasn't the best readings, but it was good. Right? It was good. Nobody died yet. So it's good. Okay. Peace out. Word to your mothers. Thanks for liking it.